Hey everybody, thank you for coming back to my channel to watch another video with me. So I've been really busy lately, and also a lot of transitions have happened in my life so far. Like, I've moved to a completely new spot. I got a kitty, her name is Catalina. I've made new friends. I've learned some lessons. I've met new people. I've met people that I need to get away from, or I've discovered relationships and people that I need to get away from. It's just a lot that's happened, you know. But I seen this one post in particular about someone doing like a documentary or like a video of like how you be making it without a job. And I've been going without a job for some time now. And honestly, I could say that I've been really heavy on faith. Like, I keep the mentality that there's no limitations. There's no limitations. There's nothing that I need to be worried about. There's nothing that I need to overly contemplate on, because like God is real. That's it. Like, the answer is God is real. And when you allow yourself to just be, and I'm not saying that like, like that I won't need help from time to time, or that I always got it like that, like just all of this extravagant money, but I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's in my mind. The money is in my mind, right? So when I allow myself to be blessed, I get all types of gifts. I get all types of blessings. I get all types of offerings from people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I met a person right in time that helped me transition from my last apartment to this apartment, hired movers for me and everything. Like, there's so many good things that happen when you just let go of how it's gonna happen. It's so many great things. And I am so proud of myself that I even allow myself to act in such faith, because I've made more money with my business this year, being in business 3 years, than I have the last 2 years combined. And that is great. That is great for me. That feels good to me, because I released, and it's not a lot, but it's what I need. It's exactly how much I can handle at this point in life, because the first thing I did at the top of the year was ask God for heaven on earth. And it wasn't just me, it was a room of people that gathered and joined with me as I asked God for heaven on earth. As I spoke aloud to them and I asked God for heaven on earth. And then next thing you know, I lost my job all of a sudden. God showed me that the energy was not right. But then when I lost my job, everything else started to fall into place. And of course it felt awkward. And of course it felt like it was like a little chaotic around the edges. But no, everything was falling into place. Seriously. I'm able to take time out of my day to really sharpen my mind. I know what it's like to listen to my higher self versus my ego when I'm like, girl, you need to shut up. And my lowest self, where it's just like, we're not even gonna go there, because look at all these other options that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have time to contemplate what I want to eat that day, on whatever given day. I have time to spend with my freaking cat. And the whole cat situation was so funny, because at the beginning of or right at the end of July 31st in particular, my friend had a birthday party, and she had these kittens, right? And she said that her cat had kittens, and it was a litter of 3. And as soon as I had got there, she gave me Catalina. Like, she was just like, oh yeah, like, thank you so much for coming. I'm so glad you're here. Here you go. Here's a little kitty. You can sit on one of these pillows, because she had like an outdoor setup, and we did like a little paint and puff situation. And it was so like relieving. Like, it was everything that I needed it to be. And I just remember sitting there, and Catalina was just asleep on my bag the entire time. Like, I held her for a second, but then she meowed at me. So I was like, okay, let me put her down. And so she just she slept on my back the entire time I was there. And then I would pick her up every now and then, and everybody else was just like, oh my gosh, like, that's your cat, like, look, she's yours. And now here she is playing in my house, being a little extra. She's been biting and scratching me a lot, and I don't know what to do about that, because I've never dealt with cats before. So this is all new to me. Like, I remember I got scratched by some kittens when I was a little girl, and I was like, that's the last time I'm playing with these things. But I've had to, like, cut her nails, because she scratched me up real good one morning. And I was so pissed, like, ooh, I'm finna throw you away. But then I was like, oh, wait, I actually need her. Ow. And, like, she showed me, like, that I actually need her in my life. And she just purrs whenever I, just sit there and pet her sometimes. But she likes to do her own thing, so, she likes to do her own thing for the most part, so it's cute. And, like, I kept thinking to myself, I was like, I want a pet, I want emotional support. And so, like, I would go get my little family dog Chase sometimes, and we would sit together and have our little days, and I would give him treats and stuff like that, and just really spoil him. But now I have my own little pet, and she is so cute, and she's everything I needed her to be. Because I was thinking about getting a turtle or, like, a bird, because, they're not too high maintenance or anything. But then God sent me a little kitty. And I used to talk the most stuff about cats, you guys. Like, I used to always have, like, I just didn't really care for cats before. And then God just showed me a different side of everything. And I appreciate it so much. And, like, the first time after the whole party happened and I came back home, I was sitting in contemplation, because I was just like, why do I want a cat? Like, why should I get a cat out of everything? Like, what is that about? And then, like, all these videos, I looked on YouTube, and all these videos started to pop up on how, like, Egyptians had, like, pets, royal pets, and they always kept cats, and she's a tuxedo cat. So I'm like, wow, what a classy girl. What a classy girl. Ooh, look. Man, she hates being held. She just does her own thing. But anyways, so yeah, I got a cat. And I've met some really wonderful people lately. I've met people of light. You know what I'm saying? I've met real spiritual warriors that announce themselves to me out loud, like, oh, I'm a spiritual warrior. Like, I fight for the light. I'm a light being, this and that. I'm a fairy. I'm a dragon. I'm this, I'm that. Like, and it's so powerful to just see everybody come into this enlightenment, because now I'm not telepathic with just my mother. I have the ability to be telepathic and have telepathic conversations with even other people now. You know what I'm saying? And so it's cool, but now it's time to also refine the spiritual, because a lot of us have been on this journey for longer than most of these people that are just popping out with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got baptized and I've been on this spiritual thing since I was 13. No, 12 or 13. But like, I knew God as a kid. I knew the devil was after me when I was about when I was a little, like, when I was really young, like toddler age, I knew the devil was after me. Like, just very heavily, like in a lot of different ways. Like, I knew the devil was after me as a child. And so when I grew up, after going through college, after seeing what working felt like, I just knew what I wanted for myself. Like, carrying forward, I knew what I wanted for myself. I knew that there were certain stipulations I just wasn't going to put up with just to get money. You know what I'm saying? And so when I transformed my mind into that thought, everything just started to open up to me. I'm like, okay, God, like, everybody complains about having a job. Everybody complains about having to do X, Y, and Z. But what's the alternative? What's my alternative? You know what I'm saying? And then this is when God gave me all these visions and ideas of what I could do to make money. And I used to always write, okay, I want to make I used to always write down what I would do if I made $200 million, $4 million, $1 million, like all of these different amounts of money. Like, I always think big too, and it's like 100,000, but then it's like 500 million or $1 billion or 500 billion dollars. Like, I'm always thinking, like, what would I do with my money? What would I do with my money? What would I do? What would I do? How would I spend it? How would I give back to the people? How would I make sure my family is straight? How would I make sure that this neck goes on for 10, 20 generations, not just 3 or 4? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've always thought about stuff like that. And so when I started to think like that, I started to have limitless thinking. Right? And then the job got in the way of my limitless thinking. And that's what people don't understand. When the job gets in the way of your limitless thinking, it's time to go, because I'm so free. I'm so happy with where I am in life today. Like, I have everything that I need. I have everything that I need. And even when my bank account looks like, girl, okay, how are you going to get more money? Like, what are we going to do? Something comes along, an idea sparks, and I act on the shit. And then next thing you know, I still have everything I need. And it's not that I have, like, it's not that it's so picture perfect or anything. But man, God has shown me the way to just get it. You know what I'm saying? And I get it now. Like, I'm limitless. I am abundant in all forms. Like, there's nothing that can take away from me. Every time I give, I receive even more. Every time I have it, like, I mean, every time I think I'm not going to have it, I have even more. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's always a benefit in being on God's side. It's always a benefit in having and applying faith, because the works is the most important part of having faith, right? Faith without works is dead. And so I've put to work a lot of things, a lot of different things, and I don't force myself into anything. That's another thing that I've learned about not having a job and everything. I don't force myself into anything anymore. I force myself to do right by myself, to do right by God, to listen to God, and to make sure that everything that He's telling me, I can refine my mind into, so that I can be blessed too. I'm going to have my heaven on earth. I'm going to make sure my family gets it all. I'm going to make sure that all these generational curses that try to hold us back are broken. And I've already done so many. I've already put in the fight to do that. Like, I've done it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it right now as we speak. I'm fighting all of these curses off of me and my family. And I speak life into my situations. I give myself a chance to be like, ooh, maybe this isn't the right way. And I turn around and I go back. I give myself the opportunity to go back and swim upstream sometimes to go figure out, why is my river not flowing the way I need it to? And once I come to the realization, oh, wait, I had some turbulence right here. Like these rocks are built up. Something needs to be clean, yada, yada. Catalina, stop. She's so curious. And she's messing with my glazes, like my art glaze, my pottery glaze. But anyways, God has given me all the tools that I need. No job can do that. Not when you're royal. Not when you sit on your throne and you mean it. Not when you don't let the world define you behind some goofy shit. Not when you don't bow down to the next person just to get some money. I am going to Miami in 2 weeks. Trip paid for in full. Didn't even ask for it. I didn't even ask for this trip that I'm going on that's paid for completely. All I have to show up, all I have to do is show up and look my best. And that's it. Like, that's how God works. And this is not my first trip. It's my second trip all paid for. I have been blessed tremendously by doing what God says. Tremendously. I started another business. And I mean this business with my whole heart too. I've been baking cupcakes, selling them out on the streets, selling them at different pop-up markets and stuff like that across the city. And I'm doing well too. I'm doing well. I'm making more money in one weekend than I do at a fucking regular ass job. Like, why would I go back? Why would I go back? People actually respect my craft. They are so excited to retrieve their art when I do pottery classes, and you know, like everything that I do, everything that I've refined over this period, and me not having a job has allowed me to rest as well. Rest in my knowing that God got my back and that I won't ever fall short. I won't ever fall short. There is always a way to get it. Always a way to get it. And I just don't lack. I don't lack. I don't want for shit. When I open my mouth and I ask God for things, He gives it to me. When I'm willing to do the work, it is given to me. More than I could think. And I give back to people as well. I'm very sincere. I'm genuine. The glow of the aura cannot happen if you are not a good person, bro. That's what people don't understand. When you have a natural glow, when you just do right by people all the time, and you never question whether or not, like, you know what I'm saying? Because my boundaries are so strong. Like, everything comes back to me. Everything comes back to me tenfold, hundredfold, 50-fold, 1,000-fold, 2,000-fold. There's no limit, though. I keep that in my head. I keep repeating that part for a reason. There's no limit. There's no limit. If I really wanted to, I can get up tomorrow and go to a different country. Why? Because I have my passport, right? And I took the steps that I needed to have no fucking limits. All you have to do is take the steps. Take each step. Whatever it is, whatever it may be, to just be limitless. And you might have to do something physical in order to be limitless, but trust me, it's possible. It's gonna happen. It's gonna be everything you want it to be. And some. When you sprinkle God, when you let God take up space in your life, what is a doubt? Like, that's not even a word. That's not even something that I can fathom, because I know how to make shit happen, because I apply my faith. Like, I am so thankful. I'm so thankful. Because when you renew your mind, that's what sends you up. That's what sends you up. That's what sends you up. So, praise God that I am here today with the mentality that I have of I have everything that I need in all forms. No matter how it's given to me, no matter how it comes to me, I accept it. I accept all goodness. Because I am worthy. I believe I'm finally worthy now. And that's what it's like to live with no job, you guys. I feel like I'm worthy. I know what I want, and I'm going after it. And I see myself with everything. And I'm going to go get it. And I'm doing it. And I've been getting it. And I'm going to keep getting it. And I'm going to get more.